What you have to do, guys, whenever you're done with the cord cutting ceremony, and this is very important. I have this Witch's Way book. That's what I want you to understand from this. It's very important that you hold that in this person to take love from me, to take my energy from me. I wanted it back. You have to cut it at the heart and the sacral chakra, right? And here, a lot of people don't even like doing this ceremony because it is a cheat for the soul to basically... Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, and hello if you are new. My name is Andrea Johnson. I am your mystical muse, your manifestation mind, your spiritual inspiration, here to inspire, empower, and teach you how to master your energy. Welcome to Mystical Muse Minds, where we discuss topics to expand our consciousness and improve our lives. Let me grab my coffee. We love us an angry Jack. That's the kind of king I'm looking for in my life. If you ain't a pumpkin king, you ain't mine. Alright guys, so in today's video, we are going to be dabbling in one of my favorite witchy woo-woo rituals, so shall we say, and that is going to be cutting energetic cords. From this video, we are going to be diving into what exactly it means to cut energetic cords and what is the ritual behind cutting energetic cords. So you'll be able to understand fully, if you want to perform this ritual, what you need to do, and also the energetics behind it, so you have a full understanding of what exactly it is you're getting into and to get the most out of the ceremony, right? Because it all starts and ends with you and your mindset. When we talk about cutting energetic cords, what we are meaning behind this is we are basically cutting the energy that is tying us to another individual. So essentially, when we connect with somebody, guys, when we connect with anybody, really, we are connecting on a body, mind, spirit level. When we even are around people, we're connecting and sharing energies. And this is what we mean when we're cutting energetic cords. We want to cut our energy cords that we have to this person to then start manifesting basically a life without them in the physical realm. Even if they are in your daily life or your physical reality, you can cut energetic cords, and the power that that person had over you, or what you didn't like, the reason why you're performing the energetic cord cutting, will eventually fade over time. However which way the universe wants to manifest it in your world, what you are ready for. But essentially, to get somebody out of our field, even in our physical world, we have to cut ourselves from them energetically first. So this is why people perform a cord cutting ceremony, because it's just putting more power behind the intention or energy, essentially, because your attention and belief even is energy, and it can be powered up by an action. That is actually the biggest way in which we can build our faith in ourselves, is when we put an action behind the power of our intention. This hence cord cutting ceremony. So let's go into a little bit more on what exactly is a cord cutting ceremony, or why people essentially do it. But to go into it deeper, guys, you have to have an understanding, so then you can get the most out of this ceremony, because you can easily reconnect the cords if you're not consciously aware of what is going on. You need to be consciously aware of the reason of why you are cutting the cord and your power when you cut this cord. You have got to understand that when we connect with people, we are connecting on the energetic plane. And why we connect with people holds a very important significance in our life. If you just don't like somebody and you want to cut energetic cords with them, you're going to miss the whole reason why they were in your life. Hence the lesson of the reason why you're wanting to cut cords. So when we are cutting cords, guys, it's essentially to help you call your power back to you, because you are allowing this person, whoever it is you're cutting cords with, to have some kind of power, taking your energy essentially is what they're doing, because you're allowing it. The thought process or the lesson hasn't been fully learned just yet, but the cord cutting ceremony can help reclaim your power and help assist you in healing and learning the lesson with that other person out of your field. Because sometimes, guys, we're so intertwined with this person that the energy dynamic or pattern is so hard to break that we cannot fully do it without, or heal ourselves without having that person away from our energy field or cutting the cord, meaning detaching from them emotionally, spiritually, even if it's not physically right away. We have to detach from the energetic realm first before it manifests physically, if at all. Sometimes you don't even need to manifest it physically. You just have to claim your power back that this person was having over you. The triggers, essentially. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole video on how we tie our energies together, but essentially when we're around certain people and we're connected energetically, we're mirrors for one another. So whatever is triggering you in this other person is just sign for you that healing needs to happen within, right? Either there needs to be a boundary set, either the trigger has to be looked at from a different perception on how you can overcome it, of how you can either accept the person for who they are and what they are doing and can't expect them to change or give you what you need. You're essentially going to have to give you what you need to be okay with the situation, or see it from a higher perspective on why the person is triggering you, essentially. So you're gonna have to do additional healing work or come to self-realizations beyond this. Like I said, this ceremony is just to help get them out of your field so then you could do the deeper work, because guys, if you cut this person out and you don't do the work, or you don't integrate the lessons that they were trying to give you, you're just going to have another person basically come give you the same lesson. Same energy, different body. So this is where they say in the spiritual world, here a lot of people don't even like doing this ceremony because it is a cheat for the soul to basically lose all of its lessons associated with this person and why this person was brought into your world to begin with. When people cut cords, they just cut it and think that the universe is going to exit that person out of their field, which it will, but you're just going to have another person take its place, right? So be conscious. This is where whenever I cut cords for people, like my clients, we always discuss the healing that needs to happen, meaning where the cords were connected to on which chakras. So you will connect at certain chakras, and I've learned this in my Reiki training, and then you have to go in and heal those chakras, right? So maybe you cut energetic cords with a lover. You have to cut it at the heart and the sacral chakra, right? And then you're calling that love back to you. You're claiming your power back, but you have to understand what the other person was doing to take that love from you, right? It can be whatever kind of trigger action that maybe it's a codependency mechanism. Maybe you were looking for that other person to provide a sense of love within yourself you could not give to you first. Whatever so may it be, you have got to understand the lesson. So guys, let's discuss what happens when we cut energetic cords. So whenever we're cutting cords from the ceremony, right, we are then going to be calling our energy back. And when our energy comes back to us, when we're not attached to that person, we can then unwire neuroplasticity pathways in the mind or the energetic patterns that were causing triggers. And so we can then know who we are without that person in our energetic field. And when you understand yourself and do the healing on yourself, can then you basically up level your energy and pass the test, whatever that is. You're just basically coming back to your authenticity of love. And then eventually when you heal the trigger, you can have said person come back into your field, and those triggers either won't be there anymore because you're going to see it from a higher perception and either give an act of forgiveness, forgiving yourself, or setting a boundary to where that person's not even going to come back, or you're going to hold a boundary to not allow them to do whatever that they were doing. Insert XYZ here. So let's talk about more of the ceremony itself, the ritual, the physical actions. I actually did this over the weekend. If you guys have seen any kind of content on my channel, I did it for the summer solstice, basically. I wanted to take that energy and put more of it behind the power of intention of cutting energetic cords with a relationship that I have had in my life that I was ready to let go of, essentially, to reclaim my power. I did not want to keep feeding this relationship mental energy and therefore taking my energy from me. So my favorite way to cut energetic cords is the candle ritual, and you'll see a lot of quote-unquote witches do this online. This one's a very popular one, but I kind of made it into my own thing, and you can make any ritual tailored to your own likes. You don't have to copy it exactly, okay? So don't worry about you feel like you're doing something wrong. You can't do this wrong. It's all about your intention behind the action. What I like to do, guys, is I will take just a pan, something of which I can put 2 candles. So 2 little candles. You want to basically create a container for the candles to basically burn and melt. So you take 2 candles, one representing your energy, one representing the other person's energy. And what you do is you take a string, basically yarn, guys, and like this right here. This is the exact yarn that I used. It's cheap, it's at Walmart, and it lasts a very long time. So what you do is you take a little piece of that string, you cut it, and then you tie it around the candles. I put it more closer to the top, so then it catches fire quicker. That string is representing the energetic cord between you and this other person. Before I light the candles, because what you're gonna end up doing, guys, is lighting the candles, and the candles are going to burn down, and they're going to burn that cord, basically cutting that cord. And when you light the candles and they burn that cord, you have to let the candles burn all the way down. Very interesting what can happen. But before I even light the cord, guys, I always cleanse my space, my entire home. I cleanse my altar. I cleaned off my altar before even doing this ceremony. And then I put more things for abundance and love, all these energetic tools, I want to call them, to bring in more love and abundance and positivity to the situation. When I did this ceremony, guys, and it's whenever I do any of my ceremonies, I always set good intentions for myself and the other person. I don't ever do a ritual out of hate or out of spite or out of anger, because that is going to be the energy you put behind it, and it's going to come back to you as well. The energy you put out always comes back. So because I wanted the end results for this, for myself to be love and abundance and to have that in my life without this person, because basically what was happening was I was allowing this person to take love from me, to take my energy from me. I wanted it back. And so therefore I want them to have what energy I'm taking from them back, right? I desire to have love and abundance for myself in life, and therefore I desire it for the other person as well. Even if we don't see eye to eye, even if I don't always agree with them, I don't have to always agree with them. I don't have to have this person in my life, but I can wish them well and love them from afar, right? That's what I want you to understand from this. It's very important that you hold that sense of love and compassion for yourself and the other person. So I put whatever it is that would help me manifest that energy in the ceremony. So I put crystals around it. I put money rice that I had made in a separate ceremony around myself. I just used like a metal pan from Walmart, very cheap, guys. I lined it with money rice, and then I lined it with salt. So I put a protection circle around myself and that other person. I also put in crystals that I liked for myself that bring in love and abundance and beauty. And I put sigils, just like little angel sigils that represent like love, beauty, abundance for myself. I put those around my side because those are things that were for me, not necessarily the other person, because they're my trinkets or my totems. But I still held love and abundance for that other person, even without the trinkets in their side of the container. I then put the container on top of sacred geometries. Basically, it's Metatron's cube. And so I put that on top of it, and then I put around it crystals. Right, I put like black obsidian, I put rose quartz, jade, anything that was representing of the heart chakra, really, and love. So after that, guys, I then said a prayer. I have this Witch's Way book, and I don't know the exact. It's basically a incantation that I said 3 times, and at the end of it, I said, "So mote it be." and it's basically just claiming your energy back. Anyway, so when I was done doing the incantation, I had lit the candles, and I literally sat here and held space for myself and the other person and watched it all burn down. I made sure that I watched it burn and hold that energy the entire time. This is very important. I just didn't walk away. You're probably not going to want to walk away, guys, because when you watch these things burn, they can get pretty big in the fire. So just be careful. I watched it and I held space. Now, I even put more power behind the intention. I played a song that me and that person had together. So that was furthering my love for them. Once the candles were done burning, basically left the tray out overnight, and I did this too because of the solstice. I still wanted that energy around the ritual. And honestly, guys, the tray is still on my altar, but I took the little, and I forgot to tell you, I have these little Jack and Sally crystals. I have these little Jack and Sally crystals. I basically use them for representing me and the other person, so I put these in there as well too. Whoops, sorry. Once the candles were burned out, the next day, I basically took my crystal and I went in and healed the chakras, essentially, that this person was tied to in my field. And honestly, guys, I went in and just healed my entire energy system. So I did more power behind the intention, and this is where you can make it any ritual your flavor that serves you. I basically put my crystal that represented me on top of Metatron's cube, and then placed chakra crystals that representing the 7 chakras, and I put Sally on the heart chakra, the heart being the bridge between heaven and earth, the portal of God, essentially, and where I wanted all the energy to come back to. But I basically gave myself a Reiki session and aligned my chakras. I am very, very conscious as well to you guys of where this person was taking my energy, what I allowed, and what I needed to do better, and basically a level of codependency for my situation, that this person was giving me a certain energy that I needed to provide to myself, and me learning how to give that to myself, not relying on somebody or placing expectations on somebody to give me what I need, right? So this is where the triggers were initially coming in at, and then a lack of boundaries of myself holding boundaries, right? Respect for myself, seeing my worth, basically, is what I was having to learn. So, a little bit beside the point. I've made plenty of other videos about this, and did Reiki on myself. And where if I was doing this for a client, I would give them a Reiki session, essentially. I've done this at a distance, and I've actually done it in person with people. This ceremony and then a Reiki session after. I always follow up with a Reiki session, and we always discuss what was in their energy field and what this person was taking from them that they needed to claim back, essentially, and how they could claim it back with whatever mindset shifts or actions they needed to take in their physical world. After that, guys, I basically just said a prayer and wish that person well. Do I expect this person to leave the face of the earth? No. What you have to do, guys, whenever you're done with the cord cutting ceremony, and this is very important, besides integrating the lessons, besides understanding them, right? And this is where a practitioner can help you understand them. But you have to basically let go of all expectations, let go of the energy that this person was holding around you. You have to let go of them completely and of the situation. It's almost like you have to surrender to it and allow the universe to work whichever way it needs to unwire them from your field, to claim your energy back, and if needed, for them to exit your physical world. The universe will determine if they are going to leave your world physically or not, whatever that looks like. So don't worry if you do this cord cutting ceremony and think that you're going to kill somebody, essentially. I know that's a little extreme, but that was a fear of mine. For example, I did a cord cutting ceremony between me and another person, and a few months later they ended up moving to a completely different state. Like, it can happen like that, but I was ready for that to happen. And honestly, that was the next step that needed to happen for them to leave my world physically, so then I could do the work that needed to be done without them around influencing or triggering me, right? Because it is very difficult. I like the saying that you cannot heal in the same environment that broke you, and it's true, you cannot. So this is where them leaving physically can help you claim your energy back, right? And do the work that needs to be done. Essentially, you have to just let go. And a lot of people actually freak out about this too, and I want this to be known, is that you can do this cord cutting ceremony and you can reconnect the cord very easily. You can reconnect the cord with a thought. You can reconnect the cord with imagining that person coming back into your life, or what life would be like with them. If so, it might be a relationship like myself, right? You can reconnect the cords by contacting them, by the decision to allow them back in your life, essentially. You are the creator of your world. This is a powerful ceremony as much as you allow it to be. And a lot of people who do this, they know this, but there are those people that don't know this. So don't freak out that this person will never come back into your life. I promise you that, one, your soul guided you to do this to help you, and two, if they're meant to leave your life, they will. It's as simple as that. You have to remember that your soul chose this. Your soul chose this lesson. Your soul chose to do this ceremony. Your soul chose to have them leave your life. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. So surrender to whatever does happen, because our conscious mind will love to play out all the realities and possibilities out of fear to predict. That's just how the mind works. Just surrender and be open to the different possibilities and see whatever does happen as it was meant to, because it was. I hope this helped you guys out. I hope this helped you understand more of the ceremony and what it is, and how it's really not witchy. It's just more power behind the intention, which is what rituals are. It's just the level of belief and faith that you put into them that allow it to manifest physically in your world, or allow it to change your reality. It all starts and ends with you, right? And sometimes people don't have enough faith in themselves to do it themselves, and this is where, like I said, a practitioner comes in. This is where somebody will hire me to do it for them. And like I said, if you hire me to do it, guess what? We're going to be diving into the reasons why you hired me, right? We're going to see what's in your energetic field, and we're going to heal whatever in that field and claim your energy back, and therefore giving the energy back to the other person as well. So, sending you guys all my light and all my love. Satna. How fun. Like, I did an angry jack and I have that jack crystal. Like, I love Nightmare Before Christmas, guys, if you can't tell. I need to be in a Tim Burton film.